Malloy, 4 kids are hurt in a traffic accident outside of a local school, and some say the intersection is really the culprit. We'll tell you about that coming up next. And what's Michael Jackson doing in Romania? Stay tuned, we'll tell you about that, and where you can get your flu shots this fall. Stay tuned, the 5:30 report is next.
Who's the Boss? Weekdays at 12:30 here on Channel 10.
Her name is Monique. She has a late-night TV show called Erotica in Holland, and she wants to bring it to America. Now, Entertainment Tonight talks to this red-hot Hollander who's made a career out of scandalous escapades.
It's also for the younger people that they understand what is sex.
Plus, Academy Award-winning actress Gina Davis talks candidly about her life.
You have to have a certain degree of arrogance or stupidity to even pursue this career.
All on Entertainment Tonight. Tonight at 7:30 here on WJAR Channel 10.
I was 50 years old. They said I would probably never walk again. The first time I tried walking here on the beach, I could probably walk about 15 yards, and I was completely exhausted. And I have not missed a single day in 10 years. They convinced me that I could save my own life.
What do New Yorkers take home more often than a yellow cab? Ronzoni. So good, it's New York's #1 pasta. Try some tonight.
You need your brakes fixed, but you're worried about cost? What's stopping you? Right now, get $20 off any Midas brake service. Midas, today.
WJAR Channel 10, Providence, New Bedford. And now, from Southern New England's leading news station, this is the Newswatch 10 5:30 report.
4 high school students are snatched from the jaws of death while on the way to school. And the Democrats rally for Hillary Clinton. You're looking at live pictures from the State House. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Malloy. We'll take you back to that rally in just a little bit. But first, a traffic accident, one that could have been a whole lot worse. It was a very close call just outside of the Warwick Bishop Hendricken High School this morning. A car accident injured 5 people, including 4 high school students and a Warwick firefighter driving a city vehicle. But fortunately, no one was seriously hurt. As you might expect, folks over there at the school are breathing a huge sigh of relief tonight. Newswatch 10's Bob Ward was there this morning. He joins us now live with more. Bob, it sounds like a pretty bad accident.
It was, Ken, but you're right. This could have been much, much worse. One of the students has been admitted to Kent County Hospital. He is listed in fair condition. The others have all been released. All told, police and hospital officials say everyone, including the students still hospitalized, is very lucky to come away from this accident with only minor injuries.
Just looking at the accident, you wonder how anyone could possibly escape serious injury. Rescue workers used the jaws of life for nearly an hour before they could free the students from their badly wrecked Ford Escort. The skid marks here in the road basically tell the whole story. They show how this Ford Bronco, a city vehicle driven by a Warwick firefighter, collided with the students' Ford Escort right in front of Bishop Hendricken's south parking lot. Word of the accident traveled swiftly through the Catholic high school.
You can't think like one of us is going to get into an accident. You just don't vision it. You see people getting into accidents, but not your friends.
This is the first time we've really had anything big like this, since I've been here anyways, and we were pretty worried about it.
One neighbor said this is a dangerous intersection, one that needs some kind of traffic signal. Students, though, disagree.
Nah, I don't think they need a light or anything. I've never had any problem. It's just depends on who's driving. Like, if somebody's coming out fast, somebody's going in fast, you can have somebody hit.
At this point, police are still investigating the accident. They have not yet released the names of the people involved, and as of this point, they have not charged anyone. Ken?
So it sounds like they're going to keep investigating for just a little bit on this thing?
Yeah, they're still trying to talk to the drivers of both vehicles. They have spoken with the driver of the Bronco, but they haven't yet spoken with the driver of the Ford Escort, the student. Once they do that, then they'll be able to piece together exactly what happened and who may be at fault.
Okay, close call.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob. Well, here's one that'll probably end up costing you some money. Landfill fees are going up tomorrow. That means cities and towns will pay more to dump your garbage in the municipal landfills. How much more, you ask? We'll try 49% or an additional $24 per ton of trash. The increase is happening because Rhode Island Solid Waste Management Company has been losing money for the past 3 years. Speaking of statistics, we have this one from our crime files tonight. It has to do with restraining orders. Those are the orders that are designed to keep people away from others who are feeling that they're a threat to them. Over the past 3 weeks, Massachusetts has issued 2,000 restraining orders. Of those, 700 have now been violated. One of those violations occurred in Chicopee, Massachusetts, where a man killed 3 people, including a pregnant woman, and then he killed himself. A Providence woman, a mother of 3 young girls, is facing 20 years in jail tonight. Newswatch 10's Diana Kelsch says the woman was sentenced today in the stabbing death of her neighbor.
She was almost childlike in court, wide-eyed, dressed in a cotton flowered dress, a yellow sweater guarding against the fall chill, her hair pulled up. Only the silver handcuffs belied the true reason for her appearance, that and the tears. Evelyn Rivera is a murderer. She stabbed a man to death in August of 1987. It happened here on Glenham Street. Rivera had left her young daughters at a friend's house. Now, when that friend's common-law husband came home, he came over here to Rivera's apartment to confront her and ask her to take the children home. An argument began. It ended when Rivera stabbed him to death with a kitchen steak knife. Rivera, who dropped out of school in the 9th grade, pregnant with her 2nd child, says she can't remember exactly what happened that fateful night, but that isn't enough to sway a jury which convicted her of 2nd-degree murder. In court today, holding back the tears, she had only a couple of words to say.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry and I regret for what had happened.
But despite her regrets, Judge John Sheehan says Rivera is failing to take responsibility for the stabbing. And even though her attorney asked for a lighter sentence, the judge took the recommendation of the prosecutor.
30 years in the adult corrections institution, you get to serve the first 20 years of that sentence. The remaining 10 are suspended, and you have to put on probation for 10 years.
It all proved too much for the girl in the flowered dress, who continued to sob uncontrollably as her mother and sister looked on. Evelyn Rivera is spending the first night of many at the ACI. Another statistic. Diana Kelsch, Newswatch 10, Providence.
From crime to politics, the debate over the debates continues this evening. Now that both presidential candidates have formally challenged each other, both sides are now accusing the other of not following through with the debate plans. President George Bush told a campaign crowd today that he can't nail Bill Clinton down on the debates.
So far, at least, Governor Clinton has responded to my challenge the same way he's responded to issues like free trade, fuel efficiency standards, and middle-class taxes. He waffles. I can't find him. He's lost. He's missing in action.
But Clinton, campaigning in the Maryland town that shares his name, said it's the president who's keeping him waiting.
I have asked our people to get with his people and the debate commission people today. He said yesterday he wanted to get on with it. If we're going to get on with it, let's not delay it for 2 weeks. Let's start Sunday. We've got a time. Let's get on with it.
And so it goes. The campaigns have to work around the television network sports schedules. Bush's preference, he prefers times that might conflict with baseball playoffs. Speaking of politics, Hillary Clinton is in the Ocean State tonight. Bill Clinton's wife arrived here this afternoon for a rally at the State House. Her appearance is part of a continuing campaign effort here in New England. Earlier this month, her husband, Bill Clinton, drew a huge crowd in Boston. However, today it was Mrs. Clinton's turn, and she came to Rhode Island to speak to a large crowd up at the State House. She arrived in our area around 2:30 this afternoon. She has yet to address that crowd, and when she does, we have been told that she will do that inside because of the rather inclement weather that we have in our area these days. Kind of cool outside for her to be speaking to a big crowd.
Inclement.
Cool, brisk, windy, cloudy.
Black bottom clouds formed this afternoon. You see those?
Yeah.
Boy, they really look
threatening.
They look mean and
harmless.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Baby clouds. We've seen worse.
That's right. Now that the clouds have done their thing this afternoon, creating just a couple of spritzes, they're going to go away tonight, and that's going to lead some really cold weather.
All those clouds and all we got were spritzes?
That's right, just some spritzes.
I want my money back.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you any money in the first place. I'm not going to give you any money back for that. Pawtucket Day Nursery Association, our 10 salute for this evening. Let me show you the radar across the country. I'm showing this to you because, look, there's hardly anything going on. There are very few radar blips to be found across the nation. Some problems, Gulf of Mexico, Central Florida, looks like it's raining in Disney World. Oh, I hate when that happens. And a few little green dots showing up here. They have had some snow flurries and snow showers that developed up across northernmost New England today. It's been snow showering off and on at Montpelier. And again, this morning we saw a little bit of sunshine. Then because it's so cold upstairs, the atmosphere turns over on this kind of a day. We developed those big black bottom clouds we saw this afternoon. A couple of them dropped a few sprinkles, if you will. And now, once the heating of the day goes away, these clouds will disappear as well. And what happens is the clouds hold the temperatures down during the day, so now it's only 50 at the airport, 46 in New Bedford, and 45 at Worcester. Look out tonight. It's going to be really cold. Most areas in the 30s. Some spots will touch the upper 20s. Needless to say, it's going to be cold tonight. And with a clearing sky, the veggie alerts back in the forecast again as we head for the upper 20s in the colder suburbs north and west of the city, about 38 here in the city. Maybe we'll get some of them skeeters down in Little Compton along with this.
Skeeters?
That's right. Kill some of them skeeters. Sunny, some clouds mixed in tomorrow afternoon once again, but I don't think as many as today. 53 to 58 for the high. 224-1010, the forecast phone in Rhode Island. 979-1010. In Massachusetts. So a little better day tomorrow, not as many clouds, but almost as cool.
And a few dead mosquitoes.
Hopefully.
Thanks,
yeah.
Gary. Hey, this is a big night for country music fans. Coming up later on the 5:30 report, we'll tell you who's favored to take home the awards tonight. But first, we'll see an innovative program to treat people with back injuries. Stay tuned for tonight's Health Check report. We're back in 2.
Your Toyota dealer has an open invitation for you. Come see the all-new Toyota Corolla, designed to be the best in its class, with more room, more safety features, more power, and a very quiet ride. And there's more. You can still save plenty on the last of the 92s. It's your open invitation to year-end deals on Camrys. There's Tercell's price to sell now. The door is open to big savings on Celicas. But don't wait, because when the door is closed, the big savings on 92 Toyotas are over.
You're not a kid anymore, you must be kidding me. You look 10 years younger than you're supposed to be. You got great muscle tone, bright shining eyes.
Drinking milk every day.
Well, that's no surprise, 'cause milk tastes delicious.
You're not a kid anymore.
And I'll tell you what's more.
You're not a kid anymore. Milk's good for you.
You're not a kid anymore.
Milk, 'cause you're not a kid anymore.
More bombs are dropping on Buckingham Palace.
I'm going to tell you about sexual perversion on the highest scale.
Shocking new secrets, untold tales of wine, women, and song.
It really should be the Buckingham Palace pub.
It's Maury's must-see visit with a palace insider and gossip columnist Cindy Adams.
They are very conservative on divorce, but very liberal on adultery.
Get a royal earful on the next Maury.
Tomorrow at 4, here on WJAR, Channel 10.
What word do you think of when I say Filene's?
Great store.
Okay, how about if I say one-day sale?
Great sale.
20 to 50% savings.
Oh.
25% off women's sweaters.
Unbelievable.
40% off women's coats.
Fabulous.
Just $19.99 on men's Arrow dress shirts and 25% off kids' outerwear.
Yes.
The Filene's one-day sale. It's Thursday only at 8 a.m. More savings than words can describe.
This is one great sale.
Workers' compensation, it's a crisis not only here in Rhode Island, but around the country as well. And more often than not, back injuries are the big problem. Well, lately, a new kind of rehabilitation program has caught on, a program that's being applauded by employers and employees alike. Kathy Ray is here with information on this and other health news of the day. I guess we're starting off tonight, though, with the flu season.
Yeah, it is almost here. In fact, Ken, it might even come early, so you've got to get ready.
Get those shots.
Everybody get prepared.
Yeah.
Health officials all around southern New England want to make sure that everybody is indeed ready. The elderly, people with chronic illnesses like heart or lung diseases, children with asthma, or caretakers of any folks at high risk are encouraged to get a flu shot. Now, for information on where you can get a vaccine between the 15th of October and the 15th of November, you can call the Rhode Island Lung Association at 421-6487 or the Department of Elderly Affairs at 277-2880. Influenza isn't the only problem to keep you out of work. What about back injuries? Well, I visited a program just getting underway a year ago that took a brand new approach to rehab. And today, a year later, its clients are truly getting back on track.
Everything they have me do here is based on a description of what I told them I do at work.
Bill Giannini is a captain with the Providence Fire Department. For 18 years, he's been hauling hoses and lifting ladders. Now the difference is he's replicating his job in a controlled environment to rehabilitate an injured back. Bill is one of about 71 clients to go through South County's Back on Track program this past year, folks ranging from construction workers to fishermen. It's a work-hardening approach to rehab that seems a nice fit for employee and employer.
It allows the injured worker to feel comfortable going back to work. The employer feels comfortable that he's not going to re-injure his employee and pay even more workman's comp rates and more money. So it's been beautiful.
Nursing and back injuries seem to go hand in hand. We're told a lot of nurses have come through this program. And as you can see, this is the work simulation site for them. Here is a weighted wheelchair, and this is a mannequin. It weighs 105 pounds. And once the nurse's acute injury is over with, they can go ahead and begin with the strengthening process, and that's when all of this comes into play. What's the first objective? As a therapist Ellen Botello says general conditioning is also a program component, with aerobic exercise actually helping to relieve the pain.
In terms of cardiovascular activities like the bike and the treadmill, those activities will help bring up the level of serotonin, which is a natural transmitter in the brain. And serotonin is active in pain control.
The goal of Back on Track is to get workers back to their jobs as soon as possible. It's a holistic approach in which a psychologist may also play a role in recovery, which on an average takes anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks.
I was out about 12 weeks in pain, and within 3 weeks here, I feel so much better.
The program is sponsored by South County Hospital and the Ocean State Rehabilitative Services.
Bill seems pretty happy. How's the
He's feeling very good.
Overall success rate there?
Dr. Snyder says 86% of the clients so far have returned to work. Now, this includes people who were out of work about a year and a half even before they began therapy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Remarkable recovery.
Certainly is.
Good deal. Thanks, Kath. Hey, speaking of health issues, there's a possible health risk looming north of Boston tonight. A gasoline truck overturned this morning on Route 93 in Wilmington. Between 5,000 and 10,000 gallons of fuel spilled. Some of it is reportedly floating on the nearby wetlands. Environmental officials say vacuum trucks are cleaning up the mess, but the question remains tonight, will the spill harm the area's water supply? Tonight, a man sent to Florida to help in the hurricane cleanup is the prime suspect in a triple murder case. This latest twist comes as police make an arrest. We'll have the details for you in a moment. And we'll have an update on a series of wildfires roaring through California. Please stay with us.
Right now, high interest rates and annual fees mean that your credit card is devouring a bigger piece of your earnings than you might think. In fact, if you carry a balance and you're not using the low-interest, no annual fee Visa from Citizens Bank, you're not getting your just desserts. There's never been a better time to apply for a Visa card from Citizens.
It was 10 degrees outside, but she was wearing only a nightgown. There were 4 inches of snow on the ground, but not a footprint found. She was about to expose a killer and wound up dead. Police ruled it suicide. Now, 27 years later, after a grueling quest for justice, Rena Paquette's son discovers the truth.
Suicide? No, that don't fit here.
Then, Amy Fisher, get the latest on Lolita on hard copy.
Tonight at 7, here on WJAR, Channel 10.
Her name is Monique. She has a late-night TV show called Erotica in Hunt, and she wants to bring it to America. Now, Entertainment Tonight talks to this red-hot Hollander who's made a career out of scandalous escapades.
It's also for the younger people that they understand what is sex.
Plus, Academy Award-winning actress Gina Davis talks candidly about her life.
You have to have a certain degree of arrogance or stupidity to even pursue this career.
All on Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7:30 here on WJAR Channel 10.
How you doing today?
Channel 10 and McDonald's presented local schools with American Discovery, a free curriculum to teach our kids about innovation. And it was a huge success.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, now it's a brand new school year with a brand new chance for teachers and kids to participate. To get your students involved, Elementary school teachers should send a postcard to Channel 10. And then you'll see just how far a little imagination can take you.
Funny.
American Discovery from McDonald's and WJAR Channel 10.
As we told you at the top of this broadcast, Hillary Clinton is in the Ocean State tonight. As we mentioned, she is here to address a crowd up at the State House. We've been told she just went to the podium to talk to the crowd. Let's go there live now to hear what she has to say.
What you will find is that just like here in Rhode Island, there are millions of Americans who want to believe again, who are tired of the kind of politics that we've had for the last 12 years, who are tired of seeing our jobs go to other countries, subsidized by their own government. How many of you saw that 60 Minutes program Sunday night? Could you believe that the United States government under Reagan and Bush not only is the only government that gives tax breaks that are better to American businesses for picking up and moving jobs overseas instead of staying right here in Rhode Island, but they will actually subsidize the move if you go to certain countries. Since when did we need a president and a vice president and an administration that cared more about putting people to work outside of America instead of keeping our jobs here for Americans?
Hillary Clinton speaking live at the State House. As you could tell, those pictures were outside. At the top of the show, we told you we might go inside because of the inclement weather. She decided to stay outside. Coming up tonight at 6, incidentally, Newswatch 10's political reporter Diana Kelch will have more on that live address that's going on as we speak. In other news, a National Guardsman in Florida helped out with the hurricane relief efforts, but now he faces murder charges. That story tops Dateline 10 tonight. Police say the man stabbed 3 people in a rental car on the campus of Florida International University yesterday. Campus police officer discovered the bodies of 2 men and a woman when he went to ticket their car. The guardsman faces murder and sexual battery charges. In Nepal, rescue workers have recovered almost most of the remains. The 167 people who died when their plane crashed on Monday. The search teams are still hunting for the black box flight recorder, which would offer more clues as to exactly what happened there. Wildfires are burning out of control in Northern California. More than 150 people in the mountain communities near El Dorado National Forest have been evacuated. Officials say they don't know what sparked the flames. Hundreds of firefighters are battling the flames fueled by windy and dry conditions. Scientists in Australia are trying to solve a mystery of beached whales tonight. On Saturday, nearly 200 pilot whales washed up on shore dead. Experts believe the lead whale got stranded and lost and then lured the other ones to follow. Once a whale goes into shallow waters, he loses his sonar abilities. Autopsies are already underway. Let's take a look now at what's coming up tonight at 6. Doug White is standing by with all that. Doug, I understand there's been a break in a local murder case?
That's right, Ken. Last night, a man was gunned down in Taunton, Massachusetts. Police now have arrested this 18-year-old man in connection with that case. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll tell you what police say prompted the shooting incident. And this new book may soon be as popular as The Firm. It's the book about the Kennedy family. And Ken, you can't find it just anywhere. We'll tell you, stay tuned, and we'll tell you where you can find it.
I'll bet it'll be a big seller up here in New England, too.
It's expected to be, I'm sure.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Okay.
If you're food shopping and you are out and about, you might want to check out Mr. Food's Best Food Buys of the Week. So without further ado...
It's Best Food Buys of the Week. And as we see our fish sections growing in popularity, we see the price growing, too. But that's simply supply and demand. There are more people wanting it today, so we have to look for the sales and look for value. I mean, if fish with bones is less money and nobody eats it, it's not good value. If they will eat it, it's super value because there's no labor involved by the market or the processor to fillet it. And we pay for their labor. That's only right. But if we look for the fillets that are quite often on sale, then we can capture solid eating with an easier price. And sometimes variety doesn't make any difference either. I mean, in a fish stew or a fish chowder, any kind of a white-fleshed fish will work as good as another. And that holds true with meat stews also. I mean, after they're cooked for a while and those flavors all get together, buy the sale item. The stew and pot roast partners are on sale also. Celery, potatoes, carrots, onions. There's also broccoli and Brussels sprouts and some good-looking cabbage. Yams are coming in now. All great October items. Some nice butternut and acorn squashes. And there's nice apples and pears. Good quality in whatever variety we want. And a load of grapes. I mean, the grapes have been like sugar. The reds and the whites. I mean, if we team our autumn abundance with all the sales, ooh, it's so good.
Tomorrow, Mr. Food has carrots on his mind, singular, not plural. He'll tell us ways to prepare carrots even the bunny can't resist. Hollywood's on the lookout for pirates tonight, some of them allegedly after Disney's Beauty and the Beast. I'll tell you why when the 5:30 report continues in 2 minutes.
Take it from me. If you want the best for less, you'll always find it at Almax.
What does the USDA say about beef? They say choice beef is better than select beef. At Almax, we agree. That's why we sell the best quality choice beef at the very best prices. This week, take home delicious USDA choice London broiled steaks for just $1.79 a pound. So if you want to be sure you're getting the best for less, your choice should be USDA choice from Almax.
Take a good look at all the ways you save at Almax today.
Girls with curls.
Curly, 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 just like this.
The Firm Plus at Fantastic Sands.
Soft. Not too tight. It's natural. I get up and I go.
The Firm Plus at Sands with a shampoo, a cut, and some style.
What do you think?
You don't need an appointment. We're waiting for you now.
Just makes them crazy.
What's bigger than the Empire State Building? Ronzoni. So good, it's New York's #1 pasta. Try some tonight.
One of the world's most popular entertainers is helping one of the world's worst problems. Michael Jackson today announced that he will donate proceeds of his European tour to children's charities. Jackson recently founded the Heal the World Foundation. The organization will distribute the funds to different children's charities throughout the world. Piracy is a 4-letter word in Hollywood. Everyone's afraid someone will steal their production and sell it to someone else. The problem is so bad that even Walt Disney is taking precautions. Dagny Holtgreen has those stories and more in tonight's E! Entertainment Reports.
Country music stars are kicking up their heels tonight at the 26th Annual Country Music Association Awards in Nashville. Industry insiders say Garth Brooks is the frontrunner for the Male Vocalist Award. Trisha Yearwood is seen as the crowd favorite for Best Female Vocalist. Newcomer Billy Ray Cyrus is nominated for 2 awards, Single of the Year and Best Video. Both are for his chart-topping Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh, careful. This is impossible. I know it is, but here we are.
Walt Disney Home Video is delaying the Laserdisc release of Beauty and the Beast. The company says Laserdiscs could pose a threat to sales of the video version of the film. Laserdiscs produce near-perfect video copies, which could be used to pirate cassettes to Japan and other countries. Disney plans to market the laser version in September of 1993, after demand for the video has passed. Piracy is becoming big business in Central and South America. Statistics compiled by the International Intellectual Alliance show the film and music industries are hardest hit. The group says more than $600 million is lost each year to piracy in Latin America. The alliance is asking a Senate subcommittee to crack down on local pirates in 16 South and Central American countries. That's all for the E! Entertainment Report. I'm Dagny Holtgreen.
And finally, on the entertainment note, some of the biggest names in country music were right here on Channel 10 today. You can see more interviews with country stars this week on The Maury Povich Show. That'll do it for this edition of the 5:30 Report. Doug White and Kathy Ray are up next with the 6 o'clock report. I'm Ken Malloy. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
What's new? Come get it right. At Ponderosa, we've got a great new way to satisfy your appetite. appetite.
Ponderosa presents 4 delicious new chicken sandwiches. Tender, marinated chicken breast, charbroiled Western style over an open flame. Then topped with cheese, bacon and cheese, sautéed mushrooms, or the works with grilled onions. Each one is a complete meal with tossed salad, fries, and sundae bar. New charbroiled chicken sandwiches starting at just $3.99.
Come and get it at Ponderosa. It's new, Stu.
Tonight on an all-new Unsolved, she was abused and abandoned. She needs your help to find her family. Then on Seinfeld, Kramer and Elaine plan an intimate affair.
How often do we do it?
5 times a week.
Oh, baby.
The Emmy-winning Seinfeld. Then it's TV's hottest couple in a 4-star comedy. The best of the season, Mad About You.
You happy now?
Hey, this is not my pillow.
Then a public figure is gunned down. And a madman takes the rap.
I didn't kill anyone.
But Stone must stop the real killer before he strikes again. Law and Order, NBC tonight.
Introducing the new minivan store at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Compare the widest range of America's most popular minivans, all under one roof. Voyager, an outstanding family value. Grand Voyager, even more spacious. The luxurious Chrysler Town & Country. If you're looking for a minivan, any minivan, first see the experts who sold over 3 million. The minivan store, only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, where real advantages make a real difference.
Get Ocean Spray cranberry drinks at Shaw's and shell out less money. Shaw's has hatched a great deal on Weaver chicken. Just $1.99. You'll find Shaw's price for Minute Maid orange juice very appealing. Just $1.39. And don't miss this weekly special at Shaw's.
Good food costs less at Shaw's.